sexual harassment in the workplace and what we, as managers, can do about it. Despite legislative changes and attempts to increase awareness about sexual harassment in the workplace, it is still a major concern. Sexual harassment. What is it? Under the Federal Sex Discrimination Act of 1984, amended last in 2015, sexual harassment is defined as anybody making an unwelcome sexual advance or an unwelcome request for sexual favors or engages in other unwelcome conduct of a sexual nature, causing offense, humiliation, or intimidation. Conduct of a sexual nature includes making a statement of a sexual nature to a person or in the presence of a person, whether the statement is made orally or in writing. So it's basically any unwanted or unwelcome sexual behavior which makes a person feel offended, humiliated, or intimidating. But how and why does it affect managers? Well, the Harvard Business Review has stated that management is a responsibility for performance of a group of people. Aside from a legal obligation, it is in your best interest to take action to prevent it. If you allow sexual harassment to flourish in your workplace, you will pay a high price in poor employee morale, low productivity, and lawsuits. Basically, not a great performance, and you're responsible for it. How could it affect you personally? Sexual harassment disproportionately affects women, with 1 in 5 experiencing sexual harassment in the workplace at some time. However, 1 in 20 men also report experiencing sexual harassment in the workplace, so it may even happen or have happened to you. A phone survey performed in 2008 found that only 16% of those who have been sexually harassed in the last 5 years in the workplace formally reported or made a complaint, compared to 32% in 2003. So the number of reported cases are decreasing. Why? 43% of people didn't think that it was serious enough to report. 15% were fearful of a negative impact on themselves. 21% had a lack of faith in the complaint process, and 29% took care of the problem themselves. Results also showed that after hearing the definition of sexual harassment, around 22% of respondents who had said they hadn't experienced sexual harassment went on to report sexually harassing behavior. So what can you do to help? First and foremost, educate yourself on what sexual harassment exactly is. There are a plethora of resources published by the Australian Human Rights Commission, and reading the Ending Workplace Sexual Harassment resource is an excellent place to begin. Second, adopt or review a clear sexual harassment policy in your workplace. Offer or mandate training for employers and employees, explaining that employees have a right to a workplace free of sexual harassment. Third, review your complaint procedure, educating all managers and supervisors about sexual harassment, explaining how to deal with complaints, and strongly encourage employees to use it. Finally, keeping a watch on how interactions occur in your workplace and limiting any actions that may seem to promote or trivialize sexual harassment also may decrease the chance of sexual harassment occurring. So let's work together and help limit the occurrences of sexual harassment in the workplace.